I have lived in a lot of different apartment complexes over the years, and no matter what you pay in rent, I've always noticed that the apartment complex office is terrible. It's almost on the same level as the DMV. They're slow, they're rude, they're entitled, and they charge you for everything. I know I can't be the only one dealing with these problems, so I decided to look up some videos and see what other complaints we could react to today.
I was originally supposed to move into a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's what I toured. I was promised it was renovated. I was told that all of their units would be renovated by the time that I moved in. I toured a 2-2. I'm about to sign the lease for a 2-2. We agreed upon the 2-2 would be ready by my move-in date. 3 days before my move-in date, they email me. They say, hey, actually, we just went to do a double check that your unit's ready and it's actually not renovated at all. And we're not going to have another renovated unit until the 11th. What we're going to do is we can put you into a temporary unit until your unit's ready. Move-in date was on the 1st. That's a 10-day difference where I'm just gonna have to live out of suitcases and live out of boxes. And it's fine. So on the 1st, I move in. I've been here for about 2 days. I'm like, hey, let's go look at the unit we're about to move into next week. Turns out the unit that they want us to move into is a 2-1 and 100 square feet smaller. This is not what I wanted. I wanted a 2-2.
Not getting what you asked for is super frustrating, and I don't know how they can be allowed to do that, where it's just kind of like, oh, we'll bend the lease to whatever works for us, and you just get to deal with it because you signed it. You know, that's how it feels. My personal experience with this, when I lived in Atlanta, our apartment flooded along with 115 other units in the complex. So it was not our fault. It just happened. And we were renting a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 2-level apartment, and they put us up in a hotel room. That's it. There were 3 guys, 3 of us, and we just got a hotel room, and there was no microwave. I think there was a mini fridge, but there was nothing to cook. You can only have cereal so many times. We were there for almost 3 months, and yeah, it was just one of the worst experiences of my life. But on top of that, we still had to pay rent because there was a clause in our lease that said if they provided you another option of housing, then you still had to pay, which is ridiculous because that 400 square foot hotel room was not equal to our 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath apartment. It's just crazy what they can get away with. Also, as a side note, we had to move hotel rooms every single week. So yeah, what she was talking about, living in boxes and out of suitcases, it gets old really fast.
So for starters, my apartment complex is supposed to be a luxury apartment complex, and I pay just under $1,800 a month to rent a 1-bedroom unit. Since moving in here, I've had multiple electrical issues where the lights just literally short my electrical circuit, and half of my apartment just loses power and you can't use the outlets or the appliances or anything. When that happens, it normally takes them at least 2 to 3 days to come out and fix the problem, so your shit's out of commission. On top of that, I've literally been dealing with them for months to fix my shower. I have a stand-up glass shower. The door doesn't have any seal around it, the seal does not work, and the water just leaks out onto my bathroom floor. So I get out of my shower to a puddle, and it's literally rotting the baseboards in my bathroom. After multiple times of me asking them, please fix it. They will charge you for anything and everything. If you have non-outdoor related items on your little tiny balcony, you get fined. If you want to take an old piece of furniture that you broke up or some cardboard boxes that you broke down and go put it in the trash downstairs, in the dumpster yourself, no, you'll get fined because they have cameras watching the dumpster.
I've never had to deal with very many maintenance issues. I think everything I've reported has gotten fixed in a pretty timely manner, no matter where I've lived. It's annoying to deal with, having people come in and out of your apartment, for sure. I think in the first 2 months that I lived in this place, I bet they came in 15 to 20 times and had to fix something. It was annoying that things broke that often, but I'm glad they fixed it quickly. But if you constantly report an issue and nobody ever comes to help, what are you supposed to do? Because if you fix it or mess around with it, they could charge you for breaking something else, you know, and then you just have to live with this broken thing. So I did want to focus a little bit more on just the ridiculous fees and the charges that they bring on you for no reason. Like he was talking about, if you bring something to the dumpster, you'll get charged. Or my complex has the same rule. If you have something like hanging on your door or on your balcony, they can charge you for that. Except it's very clear that they only enforce that for certain people. And it's always like the nice people that get hurt. I just like hate it. I've noticed that. So let's talk a little bit about the random fees. Like I have to pay $25 a month for valet trash service. I don't want that. I can take my own garbage out. I'm an adult. It's pretty easy to do. And there's no way to opt out of it. And of course you could say that I like agreed to it when I signed up, but I'm still allowed to complain about it just because you are married or you go to work. Like that doesn't mean, you agreed to it. You can still complain about it. You know, there are annoying things about living in a complex, even if you knew about it before you signed the lease. So that being said, the garbage people take a lot of days off and sometimes they'll just skip your apartment. And so then your garbage is still sitting there and you have to take it out anyway. And it's like, what am I even paying for? Like, this is just a complete waste of money. Also with that, there's a fee for like an electronic door lock that we have on every single door, and I hate it. It's like, I think that's like $27 a month or something like that. Just give me a key. I'm an adult. I can keep track of a key. I hate that I have to pay to be able to lock my front door. That should just be like a given. If I'm paying rent, I should be able to lock my front door without paying extra, right?
I've got more drama with my apartment complex. So if y'all don't know, I'm moving out of this apartment complex because it sucks. Really pay an amenity fee, and my amenities were down for like 3 months. And I said, like, I'm not going to pay the amenity fee for the next 3 months because I'm not going to pay it if I'm not getting like what it's for. And then they said, well, the amenity fee doesn't really cover the amenities. If not amenity fee, why amenity fee shaped? This is my last month of living here, and I move out on the 16th. And lo and behold, they sent me the rent is the entire month. It said $15.94, however much it is, including the whole amenity fee, even though I'm only going to be here for half the month. And then also my entire base rent, even though it is legally to be prorated for the 16 days. Called them yesterday on my way home from work because they closed at 6 and I was literally leaving work at 5:55. And I was like, yo, like, this is what's happening. And the dude was like, oh yeah, what you'll have to do is just like pay the full amount and then we'll refund you when you move. No. I'm only paying what I'm going to be here for. He also said too that it's going to take a while and they'll send it to a check at my new address. I need that money for my cashier's check to be able to pay to move.
Could you imagine if any other business operated this way? Like if you went to buy a t-shirt and they're like, it's $15, but can you give us $30 and we'll just mail the $15 back to you in the form of a check next month? That would be a scam. Like nobody would buy that t-shirt. So it's kind of crazy. Again, just the apartment office bends rules to fit them. And it's like, no, she's only there for 16 days or 15 days, whatever it is. That's all she should have to pay. And like, she's already paying those 16 days on the first of the month. It just makes no sense. Why? Why do they do stupid things like this? I feel like common courtesy and common sense is just like out the window whenever you talk to these people in an apartment office. They just like don't get it. Like you can explain the situation for so long and they're just like, oh, not my problem. Sorry. Nope. Don't understand that. Don't care. And it's like, how can you not? Like, do you not even see my side of the story? Like, you don't necessarily have to agree with me, but you can still be like, yeah, that's a really stupid way of doing things, but that's like management's rule and I apologize. Like there's no understanding. There's no courtesy whatsoever. It's just like, you're wrong and you owe us a bunch of money. So pay up.
So I literally live at a complex that has the worst management ever. This car has been parked behind me the past 2 days, so I can like squeeze out, but I'm paying so much in rent that I shouldn't have to squeeze out when I have to leave, because I don't want to like hit this car. It's literally like the back of the car is like behind the butt of my car. so I'd have to like maneuver to get out. And I'm paying way too much money, and I know there's not enough parking, but there is a Jeep that has been parked here for a year and a half, and the owners don't even live here. The owners moved out months ago, and the owner of that Jeep moved out over a year ago. Her sister took over that spot, and I've contacted the office multiple times about this Jeep. I've contacted the maintenance staff about this Jeep, and no one said anything. And I'm at the point, I'm like, I guess I'll just go to corporate. And if corporate does nothing, I guess I'm gonna go on Facebook and be like, hey, this Jeep's here. Anybody want a Jeep? Up for grabs? Don't know if that's legal. But the gate's open. So people could just come in and take parts off the Jeep, I guess. But I'm just really annoyed because I need to go somewhere before it rains. And this car is like blocking me from getting out. So, and they're like, oh, we can't do anything unless you send a picture of the license plate. Like, I know that you just gave me the license plate info, but unless we have a picture, we can't do anything. I'm like, lady, I'll go take a picture right now as I leave and try not to hit this car.
So first of all, I feel so bad for this lady. Like, I just feel for her so much because it's like the simplest things. They should just work, right? Like, the Jeep should just move. They don't live there anymore. Tow the car. Get rid of it. This should not be a problem that you have to get multiple people involved to fix. Like, you live there, you pay rent. You should be able to park outside your building without having issues with other cars. Like, it's just crazy. I have a similar experience that made me want to make this video is because recently in the complex I live in, I purchased a motorcycle and it was a huge fiasco, but they told me that I was not allowed to own a second vehicle, that they would kick me out because I broke the lease. And then they forced me to rent a garage to store this bike. It was not in my lease that I couldn't own two vehicles. It was just like a huge misunderstanding, and now I'm stuck paying for this garage, and it just makes me mad. Again, like, no common courtesy, no understanding, like, oh, we can give you a minute. I went in to talk to the office about it, and they threatened to tow my bike and kick me out of my apartment, and it's like, can you not give me like a day to figure this out? Like, it was immediate. Like, I was in the wrong no matter what. But again, this goes back to like the nice and honest people usually being the ones who get hurt. With that story, I have noticed so many other cars in my apartment complex that have been parked there for months. Like, there's dust on them, there's pollen, flat tires, right? And nobody checks them. Like, nobody says anything. I don't think the apartment office has noticed. Right? And if it's pointed out to them, nothing will be done. But because I was trying to be proactive and go to the office to be like, hey, I just bought a bike. Like, I'm going to get my plates later this week. Please just don't tow it. Their response to that was like, oh, that's illegal. We're going to tow it right now. That's not fair. That's a jerk move, if you will. Just makes you mad, you know? Like, why can't people just be more understanding?
Apartment complexes are not held accountable, and it truly gets me so angry, and it's one of the biggest injustices in America. This is part one. Mind you, all of this is allegedly. I would think because I paid $2,100 for this, it wouldn't be an issue, but it is. Everything is an issue. Literally just take our money and keep upping the rent. Like, I think that is the most disgusting thing is how they change different rent prices every single day. And like, depending what time of month and what day that you move in, this is your rent. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay. The fact that now they all say that they're newly renovated. Come move in here. We're renovated. And it's literally vinyl floors, literally a sticker on our floors, Dollar Tree sticker on our kitchen counters and our bathroom counters is absolutely insane because they put a Nest to control the AC that is newly renovated. Yeah, I have beef.
So there are just so many like shady and illegal things that I feel like apartment complexes do. They just raise their rent for no reason. And then they'll also advertise like the wrong prices. And then only after you get through the whole like lease signing process, like all these fees will be added. I don't know how they keep getting away with it. I'm sure people have noticed, but I don't know. The industry just seems to have no accountability, like she was saying. It just drives me crazy. When I applied for this complex that I live in now, I think the application fee was like $450. And I know they have to run like a background check and a credit check, but where else is that money going? Like there's no way it's $450. And then that was not refundable even if I was denied. Like I would just be out that money. That's crazy. Like, and our last video, we're just going to end on something funny.
All right, so we're a gated community, even though literally anyone can get through our gates. We don't allow pets, but everyone has one, and the hot tub's broken, and there's no plan that anyone's aware of to fix it. It'd be weird if there was. So how much are the one bedrooms? The one bedrooms are going to be $2,300 a month. All right, is that US dollars, or you bet your sweet it is. Excuse me? Nothing. Anyways, oh, and in case you were wondering, yes, your rent will be going up next year. Oh, sweet. Are you guys making some big upgrades or something? No. All right. So anyways, the apartment's going to be 300 square feet, so basically a closet. The shower's either scalding hot or freezing cold with 0 in between. Nice. And we have an invisible maintenance staff. Are you with me so far? Yeah, you guys are blowing me away. Keep it up. Yeah, so all we need from you is a $500 security deposit that you'll never see again, a $100 application fee, because why not, and a list of places you'd like to be wined and dined before we... Wait, hold on a second. Can we do beer instead?
So those are all good points. Just living in an apartment complex is tough. There's so many sucky things about it that you just like have to deal with. And I don't think that people just keep like falling for this. It's that we just have no other option. Like we just get stuck jumping from one complex to another complex, hoping the next one will be different. And then they all just pull the same garbage on us. And it's just like, more fees and again like maintenance not doing their job or random charges or annoying people to deal with in the office who threaten to kick you out for not breaking the rules. A little bit of a personal grudge on that last one. I would love to hear the worst apartment complex stories you have to share. Please leave those in the comments below. Or if you're not renting and you finally bought your own house or own townhouse or something like that, what are the perks of renting versus buying? What have you noticed? Please leave that also in the comments below. Subscribe if you related to any of these stories. And if you liked this video, here's another one that you could watch. And I'll see you next time.